What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stash Free Sports channel. Here to bring you sort of a part two to my first Jaire Alexander video I did a couple weeks back. Did a discussion video saying he would be probably released by the Packers. Now I have a team, which is the Baltimore Ravens, and I think he will go there after being released. So let's get into why, guys. So, as I said, first video of the year, of the new year, January 1st. It was on Jaire Alexander. It was a discussion video, and I asked you guys in the comment section how you feel about Jaire Alexander's future with the Packers. Another injury, missed the playoffs, and in that video I talked about a bunch of things: his contract, his time played, and as I said before, man, you can be talented and all that good stuff, but you have to be available. The best ability is availability, and he's not that. Obviously, the last 4 years he has literally played half the games. That's no bueno. That's not going to work. So I think his time in Green Bay is done. I seen what Gunther Kuntz said, the team president or whatever his title is for the Packers, GM president, whatever. He kind of hinted towards a restructure, saying Alexander will stay. I think it's not smart, in my opinion, and I still think it's just talking. I think we'll have to see it happen, but I think they'll put him on the trade block. I think they'll get no traction because that contract, he has an out this year. If pre June 1st, they can save $6 million with a trade or a release. Post June 1st, they will save $17 million trade or release. I think there's going to be a post June 1st move. They're going to save $17 million. What team doesn't need that much, especially when you're trying to contend, bring on more better pieces? I definitely, and they can replace them. This is the summer to do so. You have Ward from the Niners. You have Reed from the Jets. Who else is out there, cornerback wise? That's really it. There's one more I'm forgetting about, but you have some guys who could replace him. That's even if not as good as him, top, max Jaire Alexander level. He's there at least be more healthy to be available, and you have your cornerback one available to you. More times than not. So I think that's why they'll move on from Alexander when it really gets down to it. But he'll have a lot of suitors, and it came out yesterday. Rumors are the Chargers will be interested and the Ravens will be interested. Now, going with my method of past connections, I was going through like who from the Ravens knows Jaire Alexander, who knows him, who's been around him, who was teammates with him, and I forgot about this. It's been so long now. I forgot he went to Louisville, and I forgot he was teammates with Lamar Jackson. And I think that's going to work. I think that's going to happen. The Ravens, you look at their team need, they need cornerback badly, in my opinion. Nate Wiggins, their rookie from I think Clemson this year, he was solid. He was cool, but he's not the answer as far as the lockdown guy. But he's definitely good. You have Marlon Humphrey, who we'll see what they do with him long term because he's due $20 million this offseason. I think a restructure could happen, maybe, but I think he does stay though. So we find out this year, or they find out this year. I'm not a Ravens fan, but they find out this year he's better in the slot right now. So he's in the slot. Nate Wiggins on the outside, and you have the other corners is a good rotation. Stephens you have Stephens, some other guys as well. None of them really panned out on the other side of Nate Wiggins on the outside spot. So I think you bring in Alexander there. If you can woo him in free agency, if he gets there, bring him in, 2-year decent deal. I think that would be what the Ravens would probably that would be their best bet. Now, I will say this: it's similar to me like trading, like the Commanders trading for Marshawn Lattimore, top talent, but same as Lattimore. I think Alexander is in the same boat, always injured. Now you come to the Ravens. The tough part is being honest. Marlon Humphrey, he's good, but he's always a little banged up too. Always, he stays a little banged up here and there. Holding his shoulder, wrist, something. And saw it in the Bills game too. I know NFL players get banged up. I play ball as well. I understand it, but man, like it seems like certain guys always get banged up. And also look at the cap space as well. The Ravens have a bunch of needs, mainly in the trenches both sides, O-line and D-line. They need edge rush. They need cornerback help. Maybe need a little receiver, nothing crazy, but need a little sprinkle of receiver maybe. And they do have some contracts that need some attending to. The main two to me, Marlon Humphrey with I believe it's $20.4 million due next year. And then you have the hated right now, the maligned Mark Andrews. He's due, I believe, $19 million. So I do think the Ravens running back with everybody, especially those two. I think they just restructure them, do one more go before they have to kind of like retool. Andrews pushing 30, or he's at 30. Humphrey's getting up there in age, contract getting a little high. You have Nate Wiggins, you have TJ Tampa, you drafted last year as well. Hope they pan out. They still might even draft another one, later on, second, third round in the draft also. But they have more needs. They have more holes to fill. So if they can restructure or work on a deal to extend Humphreys and or Andrews, get some more cap space available, sign Alexander for a decent deal, and then still add some O lineman or some edge rush or a D line or something. I think that'd be the best bet for the Ravens because I don't think they're gonna blow it up. The most of the fans right now thinking, oh, they're gonna trade, Andrews. They're done with him. They're gonna go with likely. I don't think so. I think they're gonna still push to keep Andrews. Him and Lamar came together. He's definitely on the downside. Even before the drops, he wasn't moving as good, banged up as well, often banged up lately. But I still think they're gonna go one more try. Henry's on the contract still. Flowers was out. You have an excuse, so they have excuses. You can not excuses, but they have reasons to say, hey, this is why we didn't win. We weren't fully healthy, and bad mistakes. So I think they're gonna go all in, bring in Alexander. As I said, keep Humphrey, even with a high cap hit, they're gonna keep Humphrey. Hopefully Nate Wiggins he evolves. Cal Hamilton stays at a do-it-all safety, and then hopefully everyone stays healthy. And I think another successful Lamar season next year. Henry stays healthy, and they're going to run it back all the way with some new additional pieces via free agency and trade and the draft and all that stuff. And I think they'll be just fine. The Packers, as I said before, in the first video, the part one on January 1st, and also on this one, they're in a good shape. But I said this as well last summer before the season even started. They need another cornerback one. And Packers fans told me off. I was like, look, Stephon Gilmore's out there. I know he didn't play well, but I'm like, they need someone else to help out because Alexander's not trustworthy. They told me Valentine. They told me the other guy. They told me Valentine. I'm like, Stokes. I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it them being cornerback ones. And they're not, in my opinion. They showed that this year they're not cornerback ones. So as I said, either in the draft, which by the time they're gonna draft, I don't have any cornerback one grades on some of those guys. Siobhan Revel from ECU, he was banged up. He missed a year with ACL. Brian Morrison from Notre Dame missed a year for the most part. So it's like by the time you get that part of the draft, I can't really trust a rookie being CB1 anyway. So I'm gonna say, like I said, DJ Reed, Ward from Niners. There's one more I'm still forgetting, but someone of that. You need a veteran to come in and help out with that system. Being a cornerback one, a rookie's not going to work. You can bring one in to help out for depth and for a project, but as far as CB1, you're gonna need someone that's a legit CB1 talent. And you're not Stokes is not the answer. Valentine is not the answer. And I've been saying that. So. Whether they bring back Alexander or not, they're going to need to bring in some help cornerback wise also because, like I said, with him, you can't rely on him long term for the full season. That's for any team, not just the Packers. So, buyer beware for Alexander. Whatever team gets him, if he is moved on from, just be aware because you might not get him for a full season, or at least or he might be out for half the year or something. Which it sucks because when players get labeled that, it's not like they get hurt on purpose, but you have to call an injury bug when you see one. He's been bit by the bug a lot. Him and Lattimore, top corner, has been bit by the bug a lot their entire career, especially lately, the last 3, 4, 5 years. So you got to call it how you see it. So wish the best for him. We'll see what happens to him. But I do think he will be released from the Packers, and I think the Ravens will come a calling. He rejoins Lamar Jackson. He joins that Ravens defense. They go make one more big push to win the AFC and win the Super Bowl next year. So that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.